Greetings, Patrick here, and it's Tuesday. And if it's Tuesday, it must be one thing. It must mean one thing, and that is Library Day. And today is Library Day. And quite a shock to roll in there expecting to completely be empty shelves to find out that we actually have some goodies to talk about. Wow, it's really, I was really surprised actually. Um, until we were heard that someone had donated a college professor who was also a cinephile. He had decided to donate some of his items to the library. I don't know if he did it himself or he had passed away. We do That's one of the ways we do get films at the library is through public donations or private donations, as you may. So yeah, it turned out to be pretty decent, and I thought I'd go ahead and talk with you about what we got. We got some good stuff here, so let's get cracking. I only got one Blu-ray today, but it has a story. I got a copy of The Glass Castle. Lorianne and I and our friend Susan, had gotten us tickets for this movie, and we went and saw it. And at the end of it, we got to meet the author of the book, and talked to. It was based off her book, and talked to her for a little bit. And then there was an after the movie was over, sort of like a question and answer thing. It was pretty cool. She was a very nice lady. Wasn't very many people there, but the movie is really good. It's a tough one to watch, but it's a good movie. I enjoyed it, and I was glad to find this pop up. All right, next up, we have The Visitor, starring Richard Jenkins, and it also came out from the old Anchor Bay. So it's the old Anchor Bay right here. This is no longer Anchor Bay right here. Now the new company is up and running. This is the old one. So anytime you get a chance to get an old copy of it, get it and marry it with some of the new stuff that we got coming out. So this is The Visitor, and I believe it stars Richard Jenkins. And Suzanne Crowley, and that's about all the only people I know about this movie. It looks really good, and I like a good drama. Next up is a copy of Bye Bye Birdie. I think I might have gotten this actually. Now I'm looking at it, going like, did I get this or not? I have to go ahead and take a look. I might have gotten this back again because the other one I got was sort of beat up. But we will see. I know this one has Anne Margaret in it, along with Janet Leigh and Dick Van Dyke. So I'm going to go through my letterbox and see if that's the case. Now I know I have this movie, but I also know too that it also was a little beat up. So this one I did upgrade with, and I got Casablanca. I know I have this already, but it was a little mugged up. So I did pick up Casablanca. This is one of the all-time great movies in cinema history. Ingrid Bergman and Humphrey Bogart. Just a tremendous love story set in World War II. And yeah, it's an amazing, amazing movie. All right. Next up, as you notice, we had a snapper case right here for Casablanca. We have another one right here. This is a French film starring Jean-Louis. I think it's named Trintignant, and Anouk Abbey, a man and a woman. Now this is one of those old films that you hear about your parents growing up talking about, and you have no idea what they're talking about, or you see them on talking heads like Cisco and Ebert, and they'll be talking about a movie like this, and I have no idea what they're talking about. Well, this is one of those movies where I've heard about this movie, but I never watched it because I never understood what they were talking about. But I am going to pick this one up, and I did pick it up, and I'm looking forward to it. And this also, too, is a snapper case, which means it also was put out by Warner Brothers. That's right. Okay, now this one I do know what they're talking about. I have heard about this, And this is one of my very favorite golden age Hollywood actresses. People don't know that she could do comedy, but she can. And I did get Christmas in Connecticut, with the lovely Barbara Stanwyck. Sidney Greenstreet, who I believe also was in Casablanca, and Dennis Morgan, who was a fine singer back in the day. But Barbara Stanwyck, many people remember her from her noir films, including Double Indemnity. She also starred in The Big Western and The Winds of War, but she also did light comedy as well. This movie was directed by Peter Godfrey, and this one came out in 1945. So, okay. Here's a copy of a movie I've been looking for a while. I didn't have it, even though I know about it. I don't think I ever had this in my collection. But if Jeff Clark Jr. is watching, Jeff, hey, I am Spartacus. So I got Spartacus. This really is the Godfather of Gladiator, Gladiator 2. This is where those movies came from. Right here, Spartacus. Tremendously good story. Kirk Douglas in his heyday. It's a famous true story about a slave revolt, and Spartacus led it. Pretty sad ending though, but the action and adventure will be fun to watch. So, all right, we have come to our centerpiece of the haul. I knew this was going to happen. I don't know why. I was sitting there talking to my friend Elena, and we were talking about because the lady from the library had came up there and said that they had gotten some movies and some books by an elderly man who was a big cinephile. And I had told Elena, I said, I would not be so surprised to see if there's some Criterion in this haul. And lo and behold, well, there wasn't a lot. I only got one, but I did get one. And I got The Unbearable Lightness of Being. Spine number 55. So early on in Criterion's life, this is the 55th film that they released under the Criterion label. And this is, I remember when this movie did come out, and the one thing I remember more than anything else when it came out was people were talking about how long it was. It was like 3 hours long. And yeah, it's about 3 hours long. And people were like, oh my God. I just want to go back there and say, you ain't seen nothing yet. There's movies up here now that are going 4.5 hours long. Yeah, this will be a comedy episode compared to some of those movies. Hats off to our good friend, Eric from Hey Internet. It's Eric. He did watch Lawrence of Arabia. And that's a 4-hour film right there in itself. And I thought about that too, because I almost, and I go on like, oh, I don't think I can handle it. But I could have got a copy of Dr. Zhivago. That's also another great long ass movie. But I decided I was going to pass on that. But I didn't pass on this. So this is another film for the Criterion collection. Very happy to have it. Always a joy to get a Criterion. All right. We got some TV series coming in, including a miniseries. It was a 2-part miniseries called The Good Lord Bird, starring Ethan Hawke. And this is he stars as abolitionist John Brown. This is right before the Harper Ferries raid. Yeah, this is really cool. This originally aired on Showtime. So yeah, that's really cool. I thought this came out in 2020, so it's a little bit newer than I thought. I thought it was a little older than that. Moving onward, we picked up the second season of a series called Damages. I found the first series a little while ago, and of course I thought, well, there's just no way I'm getting that anytime soon, right? But lo and behold, someone donated. They actually donated season 1 and season 2 both, but I only needed season 2, so I only took that, and I left season 1 behind. Next up, again, this is a multiple donation. There was for someone donated the first 4 seasons of ER. I only needed season 3, so I picked up ER season 3. Great shape, mint condition. I think I have like 9 out of the 15. I think they have 15 seasons on. I think I have 8 or 9 of that. It's a great series. When it first came on, I was all into it. I do think a lot of a lot of it left though when George Clooney left. I dare say his Doug Ross was definitely one of my top 5 George Clooney performances, either on film or on TV. He was really, really great as Doug Ross at ER, and it was a lot of weight to put on the shoulders of the remaining cast, but they did pick it up, and they have turned out quite easily. Actually, he was missed. George Clooney was missed, but not as much as one would think that he was. This series also featured Noah Wyle, Sarah Stringfield, Juliana Margulies, Anthony Edwards. Hard to believe Dr. Green was once a nerd. And, of course, Eric LaSalle, who played Dr. Peter Benton, who was outstanding in the show. Probably my favorite character. After Clooney left. And then the last but not least, and I was happy to get this because I had the first season, but that's all I got. But now I got the second season of a show called Third Watch. Now, Third Watch actually was created by the same gentleman who made it ER. So John Wells, and he's actually made one called now Surfing Show on Fox TV this year. Surfs Up or something like that, or Bay Surf. I don't know what it is, but he did a surfing show in Hawaii. Little surprised at that because it's like, how many stories can you tell about lifeguards? I mean, like credible stories, like not like let's make Baywatch Nights and go hunt ghosts, but I'm talking about credible shows. How long can a lifeguard show last? I don't know, but this is about paramedics, and I got the first season a long time ago, and I got this one brand spanking new, factory sealed, so I was happy to get that. And that was actually a very, very surprisingly, shockingly good haul this week, considering after back-to-back bag week sales, I didn't expect to see nothing. I expected to see empty shelves, like I buried myself going like there ain't nothing going to be there, and lo and behold, there's some good stuff. I actually left some stuff on the shelves that I could have took home as well, but I had my limit, and I hit that, and I said, that's it. That's all I'm getting. I got a Criterion. That's good enough for me. I would have been happy with just that. All right. Well, thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I do haul videos from the library every Tuesday, and I tell you what I got. And then I use the movies and TV shows that I get here. I use them for Dollar Theater and Dollar Theater Voters Edition. So, and that is also up. By the way, Dollar Theater is now up and running. Seeking a Friend for the End of the World is the movie that me and the Cheetah watched. All right. Hopefully we'll see some of you tonight over on the channel. We'll be talking with podcaster Christopher Pelton from the Horror Connection. We're going to be talking all things horror. And look forward to seeing some of you there. Thanks for watching, and peace.